Toni, Toni, from Beer Culture with a K, beer, KULTURE.com. And I guess anybody out there, especially in the minority community, they should go to that website and reach out and I guess look into it if they're thinking about getting into the craft beer business. It'd be a good thing.
Right, you can see what we're about on our website. You can definitely reach out to us on social media. There's a lot of good discussion going on there with us and also with the beer industry at large, whether it be brewers or writers or marketing people. Everybody's there, and beer Twitter is always lit, as they say.
There's a such thing as beer Twitter?
There
You're
is.
joking, right?
There it is. There is. I mean, it's not a separate app, but it's definitely a large community of folks that end up speaking.
Well, the Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh, I like beer. I always like beer. Wait a minute, dude, you can't say that. But he did, and he became Supreme Court Justice. Huh?
I don't know if he and I like the same type of beer.
I
don't
will
drink that beer.
Okay, speaking of which, there's a book that you would mention. This ain't your, what'd you call it?
This Ain't the Beer That You're Used To. It's written by one of the co-founders of Beer Culture, Dom Cook. Mm-hmm. It should be dropping in March of 2019, so definitely look out for that. Get it on Amazon. You can look on the website for it as well.
This ain't the beer you're used to?
This ain't the beer that you're used to, and it's a beginner's guide to let you know just what the full spectrum of the beverage is. It's not just head banging. It's not just getting drunk, and you can compare it with food. It can be done with your upscale dinner or your fast food, and it's just a window into what beer actually is. It's not just light lagers.
Well, you know what, and I'm not going to start naming which brands I might or might not enjoy, the adult beverages, but I was thinking while you were talking just now, brewing beer goes back hundreds of years. Thousands of years, and they were all micro breweries at some point, and craft breweries. I get, like you said, they scaled it up. But at some point, all of these lagers and whatever these things are, they started out as micros. I suppose. Well, somebody had to brew the first batch.
Right. I mean, and it's different. Brewing has happened all over the world for a very long time. Beers are very different based on where they originated, the type of ingredients that are available, the minerals that are in the water, whether it's hard or soft or acidic or alkaline water, that'll do different things. Where the hops come from, they can only grow in certain ranges of latitude, so based on where they come from, then you might get piney or citrusy flavors, or they might be earthy or woodsy, or you might even have some perfumey or floral type aroma or flavor with your hops, depending on where they come from. So
I see. Thank you for that education, because it's the hops and where they come from, the water itself.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I tell you, thank you. Now we're getting somewhere, because this is something as a hobby. Would you say people should take it up as a hobby?
Yeah, I think it's definitely labor intensive, but it's rewarding to drink a batch of your own brew and enjoy the fruits of your labor. There's definitely a scientific end to it, and measurement and ingredient balancing.
I got you. Well, that is fascinating. Now, anything else? Because I'm going to have to start to wrap up this edition. But you were in town, and I'm very proud of you, a chemical engineer, and taking an interest in something as diverse as craft brewing and all of that. So, sharing this with me and with the audience, I really appreciate it. And what else do you want to say about this? And then we're going to wrap up with anything else that you want to wrap up on. Miss Aisha Toni from Beer Culture with a K. Go ahead. Anything else that you want to say about the craft industry? Events coming up. I got the book. This ain't This ain't
the beer that you're used to.
Coming out in the first of the year. You guys are working on something, tasting and all that for later on, fourth quarter of 2019. Some things like that you're going to be working on. I understand.
Yeah, correct. We're trying to put together an event for fourth quarter of 2019 that involves education and some pairing advice and options, as well as some tastings, and just getting people to know and be exposed to things that they might not be used to getting.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, This is good information. Drink responsibly. Absolutely, we'll say that. Don't drink and drive. And if you're going to be driving, definitely don't plan on drinking. But craft beers and all of the industry itself, the flavors that I just got educated, hops and barley and all that good stuff. It's worth doing, and it takes some investment. And as she says, it's labor intensive, but you've created something with your own hands. And all right, what else you got, ma'am? Because we got to get out of this segment. I'm getting back to a couple of things. I got Nate White coming up here. What else you got?
Not a whole lot. Just shout out to Douche and Letitia out in Florida and Tampa. Thank you guys.
Okay.
Co-founders of Beer Culture.
Oh, okay. Hopefully they're tuned in as we stream worldwide. Yeah.
Yeah, and in Beer Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter
check
sphere. Beer Twitter.
Beer Twitter. Check out our book. This ain't the beer that you're used to. March 2019.
I got you coming out. All right. Well, good to see you. Looking as young as ever. I tell you, hadn't changed a bit.
I'll take that.
I know you will. All right. Well, thank you kindly, Aisha Toni, Toni, from Beer Culture. I'm gonna try your Twitter handle at craft_curiosity.
Correct.
That's yours.
That is me.
All right. At craft_curiosity, and you can check her out.